Welcome everyone to OTK's 101 with Alco 1993. The deck I'm using today may be quite similar because quite a few of the cards are actually in a deck that I used recently, which was the Junk Tanuki deck. Now that both Junk Synchron, the Tanukis, and number 64 still appear in this. But this time it's an OTK with Tree Otter. Wait a second, there's an OTK with Tree Otter? Well, ever since Junk Synchron and the Tanukis were out, yes. The OTK will be at the end of this duel because I don't actually have a lot. I don't actually start off with a perfect setting just yet. This is what you need for the OTK. In your hand, or face down on your field, being able to be activated, Inferno Reckless Summon. In your hand, Junk Synchron, and in your graveyard at least one Tree Otter. And it is important that you have three Tree Otters in your entire deck, and that they're either on the field, in the graveyard, in your hand, in your deck. But one of them needs to at least be in the graveyard, and they can't be excuse material because then the entire thing fails. That's all you need. You'll see how it works later on in the duel. But yeah, I started with Reckless Summon, and I don't start with the others that I need. So I've placed Nimble Mega Hamster face down and summoned Tree Otter so that I could place it, so that I could have it be sent to the graveyard, and then I just have to wait until I draw into Junk Synchron, which I did here. Now I could send Tree Otter to the grave right here with Rico, or overlay it with Rico and like summon like the Gusto Phoenix, use the effect and detach it, but the opponent also needs a face-up monster on the field for the OTK to work. Preferably an attack position because you want to be dealing damage. Now I do overlay Tree Otter with Rico because I do want to just, well, deal some damage. I do want to showcase the OTK in this duel, and I will be. But if I can deal damage, I'm going to deal damage. So I sent Tree Otter to the grave because I know I need it in the grave. If it stays as excess material, I can't exactly use the combo. So Gusto Phoenix is out, double direct attack, 3000 damage, and that is where we are at that time. Now the opponent has 3 face down cards, which I'm quite worried about. So I placed Trapstun knowing that I can do the OTK next turn. However, it's destroyed by Mystical Space Typhoon, which is very unfortunate. What I would have done it with Trapstun is activated as soon as I've drawn my card in my draw phase. The opponent can't use trap cards. Technically they can still activate them, but they will be negated. So Torrential Tribute won't work, Mirror Force won't work, Dimensional Prison won't work, even Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment won't work. But there's spell speed 3 and Trapstun is spell speed 2. Well, they're not in a chain. Trapstun is just a lingering effect on the field, negating every other trap that would be active at one point during that turn. So as MSD / Heavy Storm / whatever bait, I placed one of my Inferno Reckless Summons down since I drew into the second one. I'm like, might as well take one of those cards, and it was MSD, so yay. Now, I'm still worried about the other face down cards. If I don't get Mystical Space Typhoon or Heavy Storm or another Trapstun, I am worried that one of those cards will be like Solemn Warning or Compulsory Evacuation Device, something like that, which can take out my OTK ideas. Now he already has only 900 life points left, so I don't necessarily need the OTK anymore. I can just summon a good monster. But since this is the first time I'm using this, like, I do want to showcase this OTK, since it was only recently discovered, actually. And I don't remember ever seeing it anywhere before, so I wanted to get it out as quick as possible. Now the opponent uses Fire Kings, so with the summon of Yaksha, uses Torrential Tribute, although that was in the damage step, so actually this wasn't possible. Because Fire Dog's effect activates in the damage step. And Torrential is placed in response, and Torrential can't be used in the damage step. Note to self, that wasn't possible. So I hope everyone notices that. Flamful Fire Dog's effect activates in the damage step, so Yaksha was summoned in the damage step. Torrential Tribute cannot be used in the damage step, so this play was illegal. So he would have had Fire Dog and Yaksha still left on the field, which wouldn't have actually changed the fact that I would beat him this turn. OTK time. He has a face-up monster in attack position. Time for action. Summon Junk Synchron. Use its effect to summon Tree Otter from the grave. Use Inferno Reckless Summon. Since, like, Tree Otter has 1200 attack, which is lower than 1500, so you can special summon the other two Tree Otters from deck, hand, or grave. I take one from grave, one from deck. I have my Tree Otters in the field. The opponent can then selects one face-up monster they have on the field and special summons as many monsters as they can of that same name. Now, I have to summon my monsters in attack position. The opponent does not. The opponent is allowed to place them in defense position, and if the opponent realizes this and realizes the stuff that's about to happen with the big combos, because usually that happens with Infernal Reckless Summon, they'll place their monsters in defense position to guard themselves from any extra damage. But in this case, it doesn't really matter because I just need that one Garunix out there to be able to deal the damage. I just need 3600 attack on my monster, and I'm going to have multiple monsters with way more than 2700 or 3600, which I need to deal the final damage. Now, the opponent summons a Garunix from the deck. Probably missed the other Garunix that's in there, because the third Garunix is in the deck as well, which King will realize in just a second. Goes back to the deck, summons the third Garunix, and then I will be able to continue, because I'm far from done. Now, Tree Otter has an effect. The one summoned by Junk Synchron can't use it because it was negated. But if there's another beast-type monster on the field, Tree Otter can target one face-up monster on my field and increase that monster's attack by 1000. Could have done that with Junk Synchron, with a negated Tree Otter, but I do it on themselves. Summon Junk Warrior, which, when it's summoned, gains attack equal to the total attack of all level 2 and lower monsters I control. I have two level 2 monsters with 2200 attack, which are both added to Junk Warrior, giving it 6700 attack. Now I overlay the Tree Otters into number 64, detach and exceed material into the token, which gets attack equal to the highest attack monster on the field upon its summon, which was Junk Warrior with 6700. So now I have number 64 with 1000 attack, and Junk Warrior and the token with 6700. Good chance you'll be able to OTK with that. Definitely.